This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so in data types, we have learned uh, number, string, dictionary, tuple, list. So the last one which we have to go through is set. So what is set and how it works? Is my screen shared or not? Let me share my screen. Okay, so okay. Hmm, give me a second. I hope there should be some more guys, but okay. So set data type, what we have seen, uh, so if you remember, we have seen dictionary data type, which was like in the curly braces, and how it was working. First, we have to give the key and its value. It is same like a dictionary, English dictionary, English word, and then its meaning. So if I take 1 is a key, then its value is 1, let's suppose, and another item is 2 and its value is 2, okay, comma. So last class we have seen if I print the dictionary, I get it printed, okay. But now we have to learn set data type, okay. Set data type. Set data type is very similar to dictionary, but in here uh, we don't provide the values. Set we also call as a dictionary without values. So if I take one example how we create a set, it is same format like a dictionary, and here we just provide the elements, okay. We don't provide the value like in dictionary we were providing here 1 2, okay. So this is, so we have some different qualities of set also, we will see those. Now if I print the set here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 is a set, okay. Now what is the data type? Set. We can see that here, print, there is a type function which gives us the data type of any object. S is an object or variable. I can print it over here, set, okay. Data type is set. So it is unindexed. Set doesn't have indexing. If I take an example of list 5, so we had the indexing here 0, index number 1, index number 2, index number 3, index number 4. But in set we don't have any indexing, okay. This is a unordered collection. Unordered, what is its meaning? Unordered meaning it, if I print it 10 times, so it is not ordered, it may be different sequence it may follow. So if I like print here, above I print list, I don't know if that will be different. So list is 1 2 3 4 5 always, but in set right now it is working same, but it may be different. Okay, so if I say I just try adding some values here and R here, then we see the sequence. See, the sequence got changed. AA comes first and RR at the last. If I run it again, now it changed. Now AAA is at the end, right? So this is unordered, but list is always in the same sequence, correct? And it is unordered collection, which we have understand of unique objects. Okay, this is a collection of unique objects. Okay, let's see what does that mean. So if I take list here, I have created the duplicates of 1 2 3 4 duplicate values, and in the set I also add some duplicate one, let's say 5, and this A. Okay, these three are the duplicate values. So now let's print list. Okay, it is following the same sequence and all the duplicates are present in list. Okay, so it doesn't, so list allows the duplicate values. We know that, we have seen many times. 1 2 3 4 is there, but in dictionary only unique objects are allowed. If I show you here one, it was 2 times 1, but here it is only 1 time. Okay, 1 time. Triple A, here in the list in this set it was 2 time this triple A string, but here it is only 1 time. So it is giving me the unique elements. It is not supporting duplicates. Okay, so this is a definition, nice definition. We have to understand each and everything of that. It is unindexed. Indexing it doesn't support. Use curly braces, that we are okay. Unordered collection, it doesn't support the ordered. We have seen that elements go here and there. It supports unique. It doesn't allow the duplicate values. Unordered collection of unique and immutable objects. Immutable objects. What does that mean? It is a collection of these objects and these are immutable. Getting me? These elements 4, 5, 6, 1, 5, triple A, these are immutable. Here the problem is that maybe some guys would be new, they won't understand, but I would do my best. Immutable objects. So immutable means which can't be modified. Okay, the original object will not be modified. So I would in the list, if suppose I give you an example, 1 2 3 4. So list is also a data type, and this is a list, this is one element of list. Okay, so list allows I can modify elements. Okay, I can add, I can edit, I can delete, everything I can perform on list, but here I cannot change these elements. Okay, like if I want to do some uh, if I want to suppose let's leave it. If I want to print as 0, will it print? It doesn't print because it doesn't allow indexing, so it doesn't print. Okay, okay, so that's why we cannot also change the element. And in tuple, if you remember, tuple what tuple 1 2 3 4 5. So what was the tuple property? The tuple itself was immutable, but the elements are mutable if by nature they support. So this element of the tuple is mutable because this is a list. We can change the list. But if I want to add something to tuple or I want to remove something of tuple, then I cannot. Because tuple doesn't allow the mutability, means modification, but the elements, if supports the mutable feature, then they can be modified. Similarly, in the set, this set is itself mutable. I can add, I can delete from the set, but the elements, these triple A, 2, 3, RR, 4, 5, these are immutable. I cannot change those. Okay, but I can add or delete in the set. So there is no method first that I can change some value because it doesn't allow indexing. Okay, so I want it, if I want it this way, my first element index number 0 should be 10. I cannot do that. Reason being, it doesn't allow indexing. Okay, but I can add the elements. We will see that. So set is an ordered collection of unique and immutable objects, but a set itself is a mutable. Set itself is a mutable means I can add or delete elements. Okay, if I add something using method add, suppose my name SK Sharma, add SK Sharma, and then I print as line 11 tuple. 2 commas. Anyway, there were 2 commas, but I don't need these. I will just to explain that. Okay. See, in the set, when I print the set, it added SK Sharma, right? Because set allow mutability, but the elements are immutable. Okay. Now kindly let me know if anyone has any confusion or this is clear. What is mutable? What is immutable? Okay. So set also support mathematical set operation. Okay, if you remember in, I think in 11th or somewhere it was set was given, maybe in earlier in 9th or 10th. Set, those mathematical things all are supported by this data type set. Okay, we also call set as a valueless dictionary. Okay, if I see this example, if I make it more easier, See here, first element, comma, second element, but each element has key and value. Key is 1 and ONE, 1 is a value. Numeric 2 is key and X value is 2. Okay, valueless. There is no value in set, right? There is no value, just the keys we can understand. So that's why we also call set as a valueless dictionary. Okay, so here let's, so to make a set object, we have to pass a sequence or iterable object. Okay, iterable object. What is iterable object? Where we can kind of each element we can loop, like list, tuple, string, all that. To make a set object, pass in a sequence or other iterable object to the built-in set function. So if I want to create a set, how I can create? One thing I already shown you, this I created, okay? But not this way. Suppose we have one string, uh, my string A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, this is my string. I want to create a set of this my string, or I can take some duplicate also, A, B, C. So how I can create? As per the definition, to make a set object, pass in a sequence or other iterable object to the built-in set function. There is a set function. To that function, we will pass some iterable object. Let me show you there also. Set. Let's see the help of set. Okay, let's go to the methods. Add. Okay, these are the methods. But set itself is a function, right? It is not a method. So set will not be here. It is showing me the set methods. If I click more here, it won't show me set function. I expect it should show something, but maybe not this way. Okay, it shows me methods of set which applied on the set, but let's see here. So what I give set is sequence or iterable object. So I give my string and I copy this in S1 suppose. So what is S1? S1 is my set. Okay, nothing will print. Print S1. I want to print this set S1. This is a set of unique objects. I give this string to set function, and then it given me a result as a set. Okay, same I can check here also. Type function S1. What is the type of data type of S1? It should be a set. Set is a data type of S1, and here I printed S1 unique objects I can see. Okay, so this was the string. Suppose my variable, I make it my variable so I won't change again and again. Okay, let's run it just to make sure. Yeah, it's working. So now I suppose pass a list 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 A B C. I pass this list to the set function and this will result to me in a set. Okay, now S1 is type of set again, and these unique elements make the set, curly braces. Okay, curly braces means set, valueless dictionary. I hope this is clear. So here I have given the list, and here we can see some methods. Add. I think I already shown you. I added my name in the set to prove that it is mutable. I can add or delete something. Okay, set method is used to convert any of the iterable to the distinct elements and sorted sequence of iterable elements. So what does it mean? Suppose 9b SK Sharma. Let's take one more name. Rakesh, any name? Okay, ABC. So suppose one more use case of set is, suppose this is a list and I want to find only the unique objects and in the sorted manner. Then how can I do that? So for time being, I remove this. So I pass this list to the set and then it result me a set. And then if I print this, I find my requirement here. 1 2 3 4 5 9 Rakesh ABC SK Sharma. Okay, is used to convert any of the iterable set iterable. Any iterable sequence like list, tuple, or dictionary. Set, I gave it here the iterable object. Tuple, list, dictionary, anything I can give. If I give dictionary, then keys will be processed, not the values. Returns an empty set if no element is passed. Sorted non-repeating elements iterable modified as passed as argument. Okay, so that we have understand. If I give this print okay. Okay, let's move ahead. So what all are the methods we can apply on the set? We can add something which we have added. We can clear the set. Okay, it will remove all the elements from the set. So let's check something. So S1 is my set. I want to apply clear method here, and now I want to print my set. It is blank. If I comment it, then it shows me the set. But if I clear it, now I have cleared it, then it just shows me set. Okay, blank. Difference, those we don't use. If you are using some mathematical set operation, then you use that. Discard if you want to remove the specified element. Pop removes an element from the set. Remove union update. All those methods we can check. But you go and come here and see the help. Okay, differences, discard. Discard what it does, remove an element from a set if it is a member. If the element is not a member, do nothing. Okay, we have to give something to it. So let's see, discard. I call here discard method and provide it name like 9. It should discard this element. It removed the name. Okay. Uh, Now one question. Earlier, I had said that this should be, if I want to, if suppose I have some sequence like list and I want to print the sorted list with the unique objects, I give that list to the set and then it gives me the set with sorted and unique objects. So nobody raised question when I did something like that because it is not sorted, correct? Rakesh, A, Sharma. Nobody raised any question. So I hope you are getting it because if you have any question, you should ask. That was happening because I didn't follow the either it should be capital or all should be small. I was just checking if you are guessing or not. Okay. Now it is a sorted unique set. Okay. So discard, I think we have seen the discard. Similarly, you can learn another method, pop, or what is remove an element from a set. It must be a member. Okay, we have to pass something to it, and it must be a member. Let's see. I think it would give error if it is not a member. I call here remove 9. It is a member, so it removed it. But if I make it 91, now it should give some error, I guess. Error. Okay, line 7. This error because this element doesn't exist in the in this set S1. Okay, so you can follow that pop. What it does, remove and return an arbitrary set element. Okay, so remove and return an arbitrary set element. Any arbitrary means any of its choice. If I try that pop and then just I want to make it simple so that I can see the difference. 1 2 3 1. Okay, I pop. So let's see. 2 3. What it does, it removed 1, the last element. Okay, it pop the last element 1. But if I do this way, it should remove 3 here. 1 2 s1 dot pop. If I print here, oh yeah, by definition, yeah. So before doing the pop, it was showing me 1 2 3, right? But pop, what it does, it removed one element, and now I have 2 3. I cannot decide what element it should remove. Remove arbitrary element, any element it can remove. Okay, so we need to understand the depth of the hint. Okay, so we are going with the methods. Create a set, we have seen that. Loop through the set and print values. So we can loop through the set. So 4, 5, I should loop through the set for x in my var print x. So I can loop in through the set, right? Any question? Okay, first of all, this is not a set. Okay, this was the list. I was looping through the list. I was just checking if anyone highlight this. Okay, my var is now a set and I want to iterate each element through it. So now each element will come into x, 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. Now I am printing it. Okay, so again same thing will happen. Okay, check if banana is present in the set. Okay, I can add banana, otherwise I can check if 3 is present or not. So one simple method is that we have also tried in past. If 3 in my var print print value value exist. Okay, if I do 31, then it doesn't print because 31 doesn't print exist in there. Add an item, that we have seen that method add multiple items to a set using update method. This is also an important method. You have to see that. Get the number of items in a list. How many items are there? So print, there was a length function. I call the length function. I pass the object which is set and then it print the length 5 when it is a length of 5. Remove banana by using remove method. Okay, remove I can call my var dot remove in the bracket element which I want to remove. Simple. Okay, if the item doesn't exist, discard. Okay, we won't go into much detail. So I wanted to cover some functions. So in functions, there is a docstring we provide. If suppose we create a function test a b, I create a function to calculate something. Okay, let's give it a sensible name. Sum. Okay, I return a plus b. Okay. Oh, why it takes. Okay, I call the sum and I pass to values 1, 2. Okay, I'm calling this sum function here. I'm passing two arguments 1 and 2. Here one receive a receive 1, b receive 2, and then I return the addition. So I can print the result. Whatever it result will go to the print function and it will print 3. Okay, because 1 and 2 is 3. If I make it 21, it becomes 22. Okay, suppose you want to give some information to the end user about function, Then how can you do that? You have to give docstring. Three quotes, single or double, anything will work. So docstring colon input colon output colon. So I can give some information. This is to calculate sum of two numbers. Okay. Input. It needs two integers, blah blah, integers. Returns sum of two integers, anything. Okay. So still it will run the same way, right? But what is the difference? Here, if someone wants to take help on this function, then it will be available. Whatever I provided in the doc string, I can see here doc string. This is to calculate sum of two numbers. It needs two integers. Output returns sum of two integers. Uh, okay, so I hope you know why doc string we use to create test. Haha. Okay, whatever I provide in the doc string, I see that as a help of the function, because there could be very big functions, and the user can call those function and take help. Okay, just to understand. So this was that docstring. Now functions are of two types: built-in function and user defined function. Built-in function, all we call like length. Okay, we were calling length, len. Length is a function. Okay, del, to delete some variable, del is a function. So these are inbuilt function, and we have the user defined functions which we create, like I did here, some function I created. So this is def. I can create user defined functions. There are two methods to create the functions by user. One is def keyword, another is lambda. Lambda we will come later, we will cover. And how the function can return values, there are two ways. One is return, which we are using already, return keyword, to return something. But another is yield, that we will also learn later. What is yield? Lambda and yield. That is something advanced, but we will cover. Okay, so so we learn some more things. Okay, uh, just for refreshing your knowledge. Oh, if I create x equal to 10, what does that mean? It means, listen carefully here, Python will create an object in memory, okay, and that object will have the value 10. Okay, so what is the object? This is the object. 10 is the object here in this statement. This object is created. Now x is a name which has been point. X is just a name which is pointing towards this object. Okay, this particular object in memory. So this concept we have to understand. 10 is an object, x is a variable. Variable is always pointing towards the object. So if I do that, y equal to x. So earlier x was pointing to 10. Now whatever x had, now y has the same thing. So y is also pointing to 10. Both are pointing to x and y to the same object 10. Okay. So is same thing works on the function also? Yes, it works. Exactly same. So how I can relate this with the function? So def is a keyword, Python keyword, which used to create the function object. Here 10 is object. Here we creating function object. Def is creating a function object. Okay. It created a function object in memory, like 10 was created. After that, what happened when 10 was created? X, a name was given to given, and it pointed towards this object. X was created, a variable created which pointed towards this object. Def created a function object in memory, and then some a function name, okay, like x. X is a name of variable. Here sum is also a variable, and sum is pointing to the function object. X was pointing towards this object. Sum sum is also pointing towards the function object. Okay, and that function object was created by def keyword. Why I'm giving force on that? So like I have done this, same I can see if I can do a equal to sum. Can I do this? Sum is a name of a function object. Okay, sum is pointing towards a function object which has this function in the memory. Okay, so sum is just a variable pointing towards a function object. Here x was just a variable pointing towards a integer object. Okay, so sum, similarly x, y was pointing towards the same object. A will also point towards the same object, right? A is also pointing to the same function because the same statement you see here. Any question here? So function
No.
name, okay, that's good. So function name also behave exactly as a normal variable name. So this is what we are learning. Now, earlier what I used to do, I was calling sum and then passing two arguments. Okay. No, I don't do that now. I have a, I can pass the arguments now because a is also pointing to the same function object which was created by def. Okay. So a and sum, I can call anything. Okay, I'll show you. I called here and I print. I am printing here the sum. I am just removing it just for explanation. It was 3. Okay, a function called which was pointing to some the same function object. I passed 1 2 1 2 1 plus 2 3 returned. Okay, now if I pass this sum, same thing will happen, 3. Okay, so function name exactly works in the same like another normal variable. So this should be keep in mind. So this slide just explain that thing only. Function object may be assigned to other names, okay, that we have seen. Function object I assigned a in my case, and here it assigned to x. Okay, move on. The function name can be assigned to another object. Hmm, list object. Okay, mul. So I created here. Let's give it try to understand. I created a function def which receives two parameters x and y, and here I called the function mul24, okay, with two arguments. Now the function object mul, I passed a list and then I printed that. Okay, so I explain you here just one example, then you will understand. So x was my list, suppose 1 2 3 4. So how Python works, print x, it will print me the list, okay, list, that we know already. After x, suppose I give it something else, my name SK Sharma. The same variable name earlier was pointing to this list. Now I created one new object and the same variable name is pointing to SK Sharma now. So that pointing towards that list has been broken and it is pointing to SK Sharma. Now what it will print? My name. Okay, what comes later will be the thing x will pointing to. Same here. Sum was my function name. Okay, now forget about a and all that. So here I could call the sum with two arguments, but if suppose here I give my name here to the sum, what is sum? Sum is a variable name which is pointing towards a function object, but it is just a variable name, nothing else. But now to the same variable, now I assigned a string SK Sharma. Now let's see what will happen. What is in the sum? Okay, this, because of this, my 3 got printed. Okay, sum function called and that, and now I assigned some my string and then string got printed. So this also proves function object can be assigned any value. It is not like it is a function, it is a function name, we cannot use that for any other purpose. No, it is just a variable name. We can pass this thing to any other variable or some other value to this variable, like normal string. I mean, like normal other variables. Whatever operation I can perform, same I can perform on this also. Okay, so this is nothing special. This is just a function. Function name is just a normal variable. Okay, so this we understand. Key points about functions: arguments are passed by position, but unless otherwise mentioned. Functions calls can also pass arguments by name with name equal to value keyword. Arguments return values in variable are not declared before calling it must be made. Okay. Okay, let's see something this interesting. Uh, Here I wanted to explain you. Okay, let me try if I can explain you in this slide only. So what is happening here? So this is a function mul just for getting two parameters x and y. In x, okay, anyway, I'll just copy that if I can copy. It will be easier to explain here maybe. Okay, so here what we are doing, I have mul function, okay, receives two parameters, and first parameter it increase the value by 10 and then it prints the same, and in the y it is doing some uh, kind of its elements, it's being changed the sign from positive to negative. Okay, that I will explain if it doesn't make any sense. So here what I'm doing, I'm calling this function, the same function mul, and I am passing a number and a list. Okay, so one thing you must understand, a number is an immutable object. Immutable means we cannot change it, the original object. And list is a mutable object, I can change it. List, I can change it. So I pass a number and a list to the function, and this number got changed, correct? X was 100, I passed 100, 100 plus 10, 110. So this will become 110, okay? X is 100 plus 10, 110, X has the 110 now. What is Y? Okay, what is Y is a list equal to 1, 2, 3. Okay, and what is Y1? Y1 is Y0 is 1, Y1 is 2. It is 2. Okay, now what is Y1? It is minus 2. Okay, simple. The element will get negative minus 2. Okay, so when I pass the number and the list, what this function does, it changed both the things. Now this number 100 become 110, and this list become, one element got changed of this list. Okay, from 2 it become minus 2. If you see, only the one element changed here. Y1 was changed only. Y1 was 2, this 2. So only one element changed, nothing else. So list is mutable, so that's why it got changed. In nutshell, I am calling this function, I am modifying both the objects 100 and a list, and now I am trying to print what is happening. A, what it prints, and L, what it prints. Let's see. So X in function is 110. This is 110. Okay, this got printed. Now this line will print it. A after func call is 100. It is still same. This won't change. This is immutable. Okay, we cannot change it. The changed object was just applied in the body of function. Their value of X is 110 because that 110 is different object and this is a different object. So the object here outside the function will remain same, number will remain same, this. But now I am also trying to print the list L, but this got changed. Why? Because list is a mutable object. This line originally changed the list which was in the memory. The second element is changed this line of the memory. So I am printing the list. It is again printing the same memory. Whatever it had, it will print me. It has this new list, right? It has the new list. But in case of number, that is immutable. We cannot change it. In here, the value of x is 110 because 110 is a different object. 100 is a different object. It doesn't change. So the learning here is list is mutable. So in the function, if I change it, I will see that changed list outside the function also. Okay, here also I see the same. But the number which is immutable, I find that number same here. It didn't change. So that was the point to catch here. Okay, I had few more things, but I won't be able to cover up, and we'll see if I can cover in the next Saturday. So let me stop the recording now.